What is good, guys? Dylan Walker here, and we are back with another Skyrim video right at you today. And today we are here to talk about the different things you can do with your followers and give to them. So we're going to talk about, the first thing we're going to talk about is the bows. For normally with your followers, they end up having a hunting bow at times, which is their basic default bow, which is probably like the crappiest bow in the whole game, but that's actually the longbow, which is like the starting bow you get when you escape from Helgen by killing off Stormcloaks or Imperials, depending on what side you choose. And the thing is, when you start out, the starting bow you're going to get is the longbow, then the hunting bow, and then the Imperial bow. The bows that you can give your followers can be the Imperial bow or the Forsworn bow. The Forsworn bow has a base damage of 12 and the weight of 11, but mainly it can be sold for 145 septims, depending on if it's enchanted or not. It can be sold, but if you give it to your follower.
So what's the plan?
Let me show you.
No problem. I can carry a good bit up here.
I'm gonna have to find something here, or spawn something. You can give her the Forsworn bow. Give him or her the Forsworn bow. Where is it at? She will use it.
I'll wait.
Here, she will use it. You're not over with.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's see. Let's find something to fight real quick. Give me a second. I'm gonna attack something. Well, we can go into the Thalmor Embassy. Let's go into the Thalmor Embassy. Because, also, another thing with your followers, if they are not able to get in with you in some places, like when you come to this place as a guest to the party, to find evidence of the reasons of why the dragons are returning, and why they're hunting down the blades, and looking for why they have evidence on Esbern and the Ulford Stormcloak.
Did you need something?
That's why you're here for, is to retrieve documents. But if you're in there and your follower's outside here, sometimes they will teleport in there automatically. But if you are still at the starting area and you make your way all the way in and you have to go in and cause a distraction, when you get in and cause a distraction, you can have plenty of options in there to cause a distraction depending on who you're friends with in there. So when you get in there, there are certain things.
I love the cold air. It's exhilarating.
Watch.
Perhaps it's because of my Nord blood, but there's something about it that makes me feel alive.
Okay, I've highlighted the area and watch. She didn't go in because she's close to me.
I'm itching for a fight.
We're gonna have to unlock this gate, so hold on. I hate it when this thing has a... I probably wish I had my skeleton key. My skeleton key would be so much better. But I'm with my other character. Like, the Twilight Sepulchre, you cannot take any of your followers and you have to go in by yourself. And there is another dungeon that is a Dwarven ruin that you go with, where you're with Brynjolf and the one Dark Elf, the female Dark Elf, that saved your life before Mercer Frey nearly killed you. But she saved your life. Which she had a lover, which was a snow elf that was killed because of Mercer Frey. Mercer Frey's the bad guy of the Thieves Guild. And once you kill Mercer Frey, you become the guild master. But on this note, hold on, let's open this stupid thing. Now let me show you what I was talking about on the bow.
Traveling like this, walking the breadth of Skyrim has always.
Watch this. She's getting the bow out. Here she goes. She's in combat mode. I've got to fight, so I can't just not fight. This is part of the fun in the video. Dadgummit. She can take and deal with those guys. Let me deal with these guys. Mule just got outnumbered. And I am so not. She's ready to fight. You call yourself a warrior? Stupid elves. There are too many elves. Wow. Okay, that should do it. That should do it. Well, I mean, hold on. There is a spot where you can get your follower to come. There is normally a wizard, a Thalmor wizard, which is right here with a torch during the nighttime when I was first right here. If you come, when you enter out of the building, you will end up right out there in that doorway right there. There's a door you will come out at. And then when you come out by that door, if your follower is out here trying to get to you, if you can attack one of the Thalmor wizards or guards out here, your follower will end up somewhere over here or over there, depending on if there's still more over there left to fight. But if you are in up here, if you do this,
Did you need something?
and you're up there, and you can click on the ground, and then for a time, an hour, your
Anything
follower
else
will
before you
teleport
go?
up there with you. Also, there is another place you can go, into the Thalmor Mine, not Thalmor Mines, Signar Mine, where you end up going to do, you will end up doing a quest for the conspiracy of the Thalmor, not the Thalmor, the Forsworn conspiracy. Sorry if I'm messing up, but I would have wrote this stuff down, but I'm trying to remember it by heart, so it's not the best. But I do have a thing up on the channel where I gave a tutorial on how to get your followers in there with you in the Signar Mine when you get captured near the end of it, and you have to go and fight your way out with the Forsworn companions in there that are trapped, which is Madnock the King and Rags, which I did show you how to get in there with a follower, which it is crazy that, you know, you can bring followers in there, but there's a certain thing you have to do. You can't be near the jail door.
Walking the breadth of Skyrim?
You're gonna have to be on the outside where you see the other bars on the side of on both sides of the door, where the rocks and stuff are as you're connected to them. If you get there, let me show you. I've done it before. I've done this before.
I catch you stealing anything, I will break your neck.
I'm
right
in
here.
charge of the prisoners here.
Like right here. If you get once, you know, you can't do anything when you're in dialogue with this person right here when the main thing begins to start, and you have to talk to Madnock the King and Rags. Either you side with him or you kill him. And if you kill him, you're going to take the hard way out, and you're going to end up dealing with a whole lot of guards and angry Forsworn. Until you kill all the Forsworn, you're going to end up escaping on your own, and you have to deal with the Dwarven spears when you get to that small little Dwarven ruin, because, you know, Markarth is a Dwarven city. That was pretty much what Ulfric took and shouted out when he took and helped get the city back for the Nords, and shouted out the Forsworn. So Markarth can be back in position, back to the position where the Nords have it, and not the way of the old. Another thing, there is like I was saying, there is a place up where you go with the Thieves Guild, where you're with Brynjolf and that one female Dark Elf, where you go. that's not it, but it's a dwarven ruin where you have to go and chase after Mercer Frey, and you have a follower with you. But the thing is, your follower can't come with you, sadly. And the same goes for the Twilight Sepulchre, which is somewhere right on down through here. Somewhere right on down through here. Which they can't come with you in. I mean. And then, of course, if you're in... I had a rare chance when we had a war with Whiterun, when you first start with whatever side you agree with, the Stormcloaks or the Imperials. I sided with the Stormcloaks. So, somehow or another, Miol was able to come in there with me during the battle in Whiterun and help me with the fight. It was very rare that something like that has to... No, it's very rare when something like that happens. Normally, when you're in dialogue with somebody, they will end up outside the door with you when you load into the other screen, when you load into where you're wanting to be. Like in a building or out of the building, the person will be in contact with you. If they're talking to you and you're directly in dialogue with them, you will be outside of the place. And of course, when you do that, they will follow you. If they're talking to you, they will go in the building with you or out of the building, depending on where you're at. Which is, I find kind of funny. But then at times, if you've seen on my last Skyrim,
I
one
love the
uploaded
it's
yesterday,
exhilarating. Perhaps it's because of my Nord
a random
blood,
bug
but
will
there's
happen.
Something about it that makes me feel
There's a
alive.
random chance that your follower will
Are you
think
married?
their
You look
bow
the
is
type.
a great
Make sure
sword.
you treat your wife with
Mule was
respect
doing that
she
yesterday
deserves.
during our battle against Alduin, which was funny. But then, of course, I found a couple of glitches where you go up on some mountains. There is a...
Chops and steaks fit for a Jarl.
it's breaking the boundaries. It's breaking the boundaries, of course. But then here's another one. If you use the flame spell, you get a boil effect from the water. It doesn't work right here, sadly. You'll have to go down here to do it, which is right here. See, we get like a boiling effect.
Fire, all right?
It's like a boiling effect, which is pretty cool. Well, guys, I think that's all I've got to say for now.
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and
That's all I've got to say for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know what to call this is, but I'm just going to say let's talk about Skyrim, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give it a big fat thumbs up. Click the share button, share it with your friends and family. Become part of the DW Nation. Subscribe to the channel. Become part of the DW Nation, DW Notification Squad. And you know the drill. I lay down the law and y'all keep it too sweet because Dylan Locker just made a great video. Man, that was cringy, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Peace.